All right, welcome to the FeedBak podcast, everybody. My name is Back. This is episode 207. By the way, I just had Sean Patton on the podcast, so make sure you go back and check that shit out. That it was hilarious. So shout out to him for coming through Austin and letting me have him on the podcast.
Good job, Sean.
Thank you. Props to you, Sean. Second announcement: make sure you follow the FeedBak BAK everywhere on social media. And second announcement, Hip Hop Bingo, June 6th, mark your calendar. We got K Cali, DJ K Cali. We got Sheena Simmons and yours truly hosting. And we're doing, this is volume 8, and we're doing all hip hop duos. So Outkast, UGK, Method Man, Redman, shit. I'm blanking out. Jazzy Jeff, Fresh Prince, like all Mobb Deep, like all the duos, and Dre,
21 Savage and Metro Boomin, Drake and 40.
No, going that far back. No.
Those are new. Oh,
no, I ain't doing new duos. I'm
my bad.
No, we'll throw them in. I'm still
Grandmaster Flash and One of the Furious Five.
That's
old school.
Yeah, but like One of the Furious Five.
Yeah, there's
five. Yeah, I know, but duos.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of a hip hop.
All right, let me introduce you before you start talking. If y'all recognize this man's voice, I got former NFL player, comedian, singer-songwriter, and man, jack of all trades, I would say.
Producer,
fellow black man with glasses on.
Yeah.
I don't have glasses, but fellow black man nonetheless. Joe Barksdale is in the building, literally in the building. This is like my first episode at my place in person with a guest. So thank you for driving all the way up here, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for inviting me into your home. I can case the place and I know what to get next time I'm here when you're not.
No, this was supposed to be temporary. That's the thing. I'm on month to month till I got a house, and I just got the house. So that's why there's nothing on the wall.
But when are you moving into the house?
October.
I got time.
But I'm not putting anything up. I've been living out of my suitcase for the past.
I got time. I see things that I like. Why am I talking about robbing you? Like now, if you do get robbed, I'll be like, back. I swear to God, it wasn't me. Yeah, okay.
All right, you took my 60-inch TV out of because you could carry it out. This man is as big as my ceiling. You put it in his pocket. It's so fucking huge. You're right. So how you been, man?
Good, man. How about you?
I'm good. I mean, this is like, first of all, well, I met you, basically just by going out to open mics and then people recognizing you with the, former NFL player. We're not going to go there because I don't know shit about football. I would just hope
that they think I'm funny too, but yeah.
No, but I was getting to that, man. I'm saying like, no, but because I thought you've been doing it for a minute. I thought you were coming for a minute, and then you told me that it's only been a few months, right? Something like that.
But in my mind, it has been a minute.
But you've been a nerd then. A comedy nerd, I would assume, no?
It's probably the autism. I'm autistic too, so.
Oh, is that the prerequisite? Is that a?
No, but I think that it helps with picking up stuff really fast. Like, I just started playing football until I was like 15, 16. I didn't start doing music till sometime during my NFL career. So we talking like, what? Like in 2015, I was just learning how to play guitar for real. Like I was just getting to a point where I could play in front of people. So I pick up on stuff pretty fast.
You just find things easy? Like you could pick up carpentry and just fucking kill the game? Or
things that I want to do, yeah. Like, because before football, it was engineering. I had engineering scholarships and everything. I got kicked out of this engineering camp. I needed something to do over the summer. And football scholarships were even better than the engineering scholarships because, they'll pay for everything. Room, board, plus you get, I was living off $225 a month because, let's not even get into that. But, yeah.
But you make me feel lazy is what I'm trying to say. Like you've done so much.
I don't know. I would say, because you're talking about being lazy, like you look at it like if you're running, and, you're just running down the street. You see somebody running by you, and they just look like they just, in a groove. And it's like, damn, I wish I could run like that. And then you turn around and you see a mob of people with guns and shit chasing them, and it's like, oh.
That's why.
That's
why you're running.
So that's a metaphor for me.
Wait, so in that metaphor, who's the people with the gun chasing you?
The people with the guns, autism, mental illness, my disdain for people.
Okay, let's stop there. My disdain for people.
Yeah.
What is that? What's that? What's up with that?
I don't like people. I never really liked people. Nah. Like I was sexually abused when I was younger too.
Oh, goddamn! This took off fast.
There's a reason I'm funny, but
You basically didn't know. Okay, I'm autistic. I'm chased by people with guns, and I'm suicidal.
yeah, mentally ill.
Can we talk about it? I mean,
Yeah, I talk about anything.
Oh, okay. Like, what is that? What does that stem from?
The mental illness part.
Well, hating people.
Just growing up. I mean, I grew up in a situation. So I'll say, like, I was molested when I was younger, starting around the age of like 3 or 4 at daycare. My mom wanted a girl. She made it was blatantly obvious she wanted a girl. I didn't feel like my parents ever really wanted me. And so when I get to daycare and there's this woman that's showing me like the love and affection that I assume that I'm supposed to be getting from home, first of all, you don't even think it's wrong.
Right. You don't know any better at that point, yeah.
But that just kind of distorts your view on everything growing up. See, if you had an Android phone, you would have been able to hit that alert slider.
I'm on fucking no
You
disturb.
Do you have it where like if someone calls you twice within like a minute it'll ring?
Yeah, but I have it set for one person, not my dad.
Oh. I hope your dad doesn't watch this episode.
No, he won't. He doesn't know. I mean, this is like my dad is calling from Africa right now, probably to check on me because the house situation. Anyway,
what are you doing? Sorry.
No, not actually pretty good.
No, I don't even know.
What are you doing? Back. What are you doing right now? Okay, go ahead. Sorry. So at daycare, someone was showing you affection that you're not getting at home.
And I used to look forward to that shit. Like I didn't know it was wrong until I was probably like late 20s.
Late 20s when you. Well, how long did it go for?
With this one person, it went on for like a year and a half.
At daycare.
Yeah.
And you never confronted that person.
Nah, because I still, to this day, if I'm going to be 100% honest,
please.
why would I not be honest?
Yeah, just bullshit on the show.
I didn't think it was a bad thing. Like, it was something, I told you, that I looked forward to. And even like now, knowing what I know, if I could go back, I mean, I wouldn't change anything. I always say that just because, like, you never know what little event is going to change, who you are as a person. But, like, yeah, no, I mean, there was a time I appreciated this person more than I appreciated my mom. Like,
did you talk to your parents about it?
No, not till 2017. There was an article that came out about my mental health issues.
Okay.
We talked about it then, and that was actually like my last time talking to them.
Talking to
my parents.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man, I'm glad my dad called.
Yeah. No, I mean, it is what it is.
No. It's it's. But at what? So you said at around 17, you realized that. How old were you when you realized that this was something that you needed to deal with, and you just let it?
That I needed to deal.
That
I needed to deal with. I would say in 2017.
Wow.
Like, and before 2017, I had like a couple suicide attempts.
Into the mic.
Oh, before 2017, I had a couple suicide attempts, but I just assumed that everybody was as miserable as I was on the inside. So I thought everybody grew up fucked up like I did, and I thought I was just making a big deal out of nothing. And it wasn't until I started meeting with a therapist, got on medication, and I realized that, like, no, everyone has not been through what you've been through.
How was it affecting your life on a daily basis?
The mental illness?
Yeah.
I would say like it's.
Were you playing at the time? You already playing, right?
Playing what?
Football.
During what? Oh, when this article came out? Yeah, I was playing. That's that's why it made news, honestly. Football player talking about he's miserable. But I was playing at the time. But yeah, so I would say that's when I talked to my parents about it. And
what was their reaction?
My mom wouldn't even come to my house to talk to me about it. Like, she didn't show up. So,
well, she didn't know at all the whole time?
No. She knew. She just didn't show up. Like, she was like, I'm in my pajamas, that kind of thing. But I told her, I was like, if you don't show up, like, you'll never see my daughters again. She'll never see my kids again. Yeah.
And your dad, same thing?
Yeah. Like I would look at, if I look back at my childhood, I would consider like I don't know, I speak in metaphors and shit a lot.
Sure.
Or similes and metaphors. My mom would be Adolf Hitler. My dad would be like some high-ranking German officer. Like, yeah, when the war crime trials start, the officer's gonna say I was just following orders, but like, you know, there was a little bit of yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how I look at my parents. And that's a great way to start a podcast.
No shit. God damn, this was intense. We've had a rape story on the show, and I think this tops it. God damn.
Yeah, we haven't even started yet.
Yeah, we have. We're what, 10 minutes in?
I had a gossip.
It's gonna get funny, guys. This is the comedian we're talking to. So, but it doesn't matter. We're here to have a conversation. This is what the feedback's about. So yeah, I'm not tripping. I'd be happy to to dive deeper if you want.
I just had bad parents. Like I wasn't born this way.
But you have kids now, so like, hey.
No, it's fucking weird because I don't know. I was talking to my therapist about that today. When it comes to just my entire life in general, I'm playing that shit by ear. Like I don't have a dad to call. I don't have parents or family like to check in with, So like, because my therapist, I met with her today, and she asked me like, so what in your mind, do you think that you're, doing a good job at being like a husband and a father? And I was like, I don't know, because I don't know what that looks like, You
don't have uncles, grandparents, cousins?
All right, so
brother, sister?
I don't have cousins. Brothers, this is the autism probably, like we don't have anything to talk about, and I'm not going to waste my time sitting awkwardly on the phone.
Uh-huh.
It just makes no sense to me. I don't have any beef with my middle brother. I don't have any beef with the younger brother. It's just three of us.
Okay.
You're
the oldest?
Yeah. We just don't have nothing to talk about, so I don't believe in just sitting on the phone. Just sit on the phone. When it comes to cousins,
or anybody that you could talk to that's reasonable.
None of my dad's siblings had kids. None of my mom's. Well, my mom only has a sister, and she doesn't have kids. My grandparents, my dad's mom was married to this junkie, alcoholic. All the stereotypical. There were nights he wouldn't come home. He was stepping out on my mom. We had women calling the house. He used to beat the shit out of her, all that kind of shit. So that was him.
Damn.
And I never met him. He's dead now. And it's weird because like I never really respected his wife, my grandma on my dad's side, because I got to deal with the trauma because you didn't leave this man, and so my dad was getting the shit kicked out of him, and now I got to deal with this crazy ass nigga that situation created.
Right.
On my other side, and so because of, you can understand like that. Growing up in that kind of situation will fuck some people up. That family it's like a broken mirror.
Yep.
It's gone forever. And on my mom's side, they're smaller. Granddad's dead. He went to Nam. I feel like he's been waiting to die since I was born. So I never really like met him, if that makes sense. Like I knew who he was. I could see him, I don't know who he was on the inside, And my grandma, you don't
have like your best friend from whenever you talk to?
What they know that I don't.
You're younger than me.
No, but I'm just saying, like, what am I gonna call them and ask them about? Like, none of my friends have kids. Like, only one or two. No, I'm sorry. One of them does have kids, and he's married, but that goes back to like he's my age. Like,
well, okay. I'm trying to relate, but do a poor job at it. A horrible job at it. So
it's a story of my life. It's all good.
No, but when it comes to being a parent, and by the way, if you're listening to this, you don't have kids, you can fast forward if you want to. I don't care.
That's true. You can also put a condom on.
Yeah, that too.
Because there's a lot of y'all that got kids that shouldn't have them.
Exactly.
Including my parents.
Exactly. But, well, you're here now. So,
shouldn't have had them.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. I can't let you say
We already talked about me being suicidal. Is that surprising?
I get it, but I'm saying.
And then you said
putting that shit out there is like, look, you're here now, so
But you said I could speak my truth. That's just how I feel.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying it doesn't help us saying this kind of shit. That's all.
It doesn't help you.
No, it doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help your wife. It doesn't help your kids. It doesn't. That shouldn't be here. That's not a.
It helps me.
No, you're here. Welcome. My point. Okay, so I don't think when it comes to kids, and trust me, I really apprehended, and I know like how I was raised. Like my dad, I mean, both my parents. I mean, grew up in France, and they were like, "Look, we're going to teach you, the African way in France." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm here, so I'm not trying to." How do I say this? Okay, I don't think there's a magic formula to being a good parent, other than I have a human being that depends on me, and I'll do whatever I can to be there for them. Whatever that means to you.
Yeah, it's just weird because like
I'm not a therapist, by the way.
No, I know. I got one. I meet with her twice a week.
Okay.
But for me, I just look at it like, I don't know. Like, I mean, my parents fucked up. Objectively speaking, I feel like a lot of the fuck ups, they were just doing what they knew. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
that makes sense.
On top of that, so whenever I'm thinking I'm doing right, I'm in the back of my mind like, damn, am I fucking up? And then on top of that, you just, how can I put it? It's hard for me to be so fucked up and really believe that I'm not going to raise kids that are that fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Like you're afraid that will.
I don't want that to rub off on them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I get that. I get that. But what does your therapist tell you? Like how do you get when you said, look, I ain't supposed to be here, and I think I'm doing a horrible job, but I can't even answer the question, am I a good dad? What does a therapist say?
That's part of dealing with the mental illness. You got to realize that, like, while your emotions are real, they will lie to you, and kind of trying to decipher like the truth from this negative reality that's also living inside you. You know?
Yeah. And I do think, I mean, when it comes to therapy, everything is a process. It's not okay, here's the thing, and then you get it fixed right away. I'll
tell you our goal. So my therapist asked me this was a couple weeks ago, like, how often do you think about dying, not being around, wanting to not be here, death? I told her like about 3 or 4 times a day. And she says like
you're driving on a highway and you go, if I just turn this way, I'll go off the bridge.
Absolutely. It's gotten to the point I've been driving, I'm like, ooh, if I hit this pedestrian and kill him, they'll kill me, the death penalty. Like shit like that,
Whoa. Don't ever
So
go to Disneyland.
I've been once. But our goal is to get that down to 2-3 times a week and then go from there.
Right.
So, but like someone like me, I don't see myself not thinking about that 2-3 times a day. And I honestly think that people who try to say like, I don't understand why you would feel that way. I'm like, you're lying. I feel like everyone who suffered has had a point in time where it was like, I don't want to be here anymore. Not saying that makes you suicidal or any of that.
Sure.
But the thought crosses people's mind, and I think that's why it freaks them out so much.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it, and I think I've talked about this on the show before, but there's this idea that life is about big things. Like, okay, I'm gonna get married, have kids, get a job, get a raise, buy a house, get this job, move, by birthday, Christmas. I don't think that's it. And I think it's about that. It's just an accumulation of small moments where, like, if you have something to look forward to, as simple as it may be, whether it's, hey, I'm going to sit right here this afternoon and play with my kid. Just grab a doll, whatever the hell. That moment right there, and you're in it. You're engaged. You're enjoying yourself. You have a smile on your face, and you try to, like, put all the... Because as we grow older, we don't, we start accumulating all these. Oh, I got bills, and I got a job, and I gotta, get to work, and taxes, and blah blah blah, and I'm like, no, I'm just right now. This is what I'm doing. One thing, I'm doing this, and after that, I try to look for the next thing that's going to make me feel not necessarily fulfilled, but just in that moment I'll feel good. So for some
ever heard
people,
construction? Like had construction done around your house? You hear the loud ass jackhammer?
no.
No. You ever heard, I'm trying to think of something that's incredibly loud. What's something super loud that you've heard? Like if it was happening right now, we'd have to stop and be like, what the okay, if there was a siren going on in the parking lot.
Yeah.
No matter what you're doing, you still gonna hear it. And that siren just follows you everywhere, all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, after a while, you're just gonna want it to stop. But before you get to that point, you do try to do other stuff, but you can still hear it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, even when I'm with my kids, and I would argue that, like, you know, being with my wife and kids, I'm just as happy as being on stage or, you know, making music or that kind of thing, but it's still, you know.
But over time, you're going to learn to ignore the siren and be like, okay, yeah, this is a siren, but this is what I'm doing.
Certain stuff you can't ignore. Certain stuff I can't ignore.
Okay. I ain't trying to fix you on this podcast, man.
No, I know.
No, this is good. This is good, though. This is interesting.
Because I know there's a lot of people that feel this way, and they'll never say that they do, or in some type of something similar to this way. They'll never say they do. So I say it for them, too.
I mean, I'll tell you right now, like, death scares the shit out of me.
Oh, yeah. Nah.
It does scare the shit, especially my dad. My dad always says, you know, the person who dies doesn't have any problems no more. Right. It's the people who stay who get all the problems. The other persons, I think, I'm gone. I don't, Facebook, whatever I posted, my job, whatever I owned, that's it. And I'm of the school of thought that, yeah, I could be gone tomorrow, and that scares the shit out of me, because especially now that I have a human being that depends on me, and so nobody can put themselves in your shoes in terms of like how you feel and how you view the world and how it impacts you on a daily basis. Nobody can but you, and it's one of those, whether it's a lifelong struggle. You know, yeah,
it's a lifelong struggle.
No, it is. But I mean, it's a lifelong struggle, but it's hopefully becomes less of a struggle, and as long as you see progress. Sorry, whether it's in weeks, in months, in years, whatever. But that is the goal, I would assume.
Nah, my goal is actually to be a good dad and a good husband.
Yeah, but
like that's my main goal for going to but I know in order to be a good dad and a good husband, I have to work on myself. But I would say that's my goal, like to be, you know, the shit that I needed when I was my kid's age, or be the dad that I wanted to, the husband I wanted to see, or whatever.
How old are your kids?
2 and 4.
2 and 4.
Two girls.
That's when they absorb. My son's 3,
yeah,
and this is when whatever's around them, they absorb it. So if it's bad energy, positive energy, if it's, you know, music, this is the age when they just look at the world and be like, oh yeah, this is dope. This is dope. Oh, this hurts. Oh wait, hold on, I don't know how to feel about this.
That's why I'm trying so hard not to cuss around my kids. I've been doing good, but like
I try to,
you know,
I try to, but I mean I'm just fascinated by, because I mean we all lived it, because we're all kids at once, of course, but to be able to witness that and be like, wow, I can shape and mold this human being, you know, whether I like it or not, whether I want it or not. Case in point. And so to witness this this process and see that happening in real time, where you wake up one day and it's like they had a firmware update overnight and they just start saying shit, and you're like, whoa, hold on, what did you learn? What did you learn that? Like how did you, what did you see? And they can't even explain it. It just happened. And I just find it fascinating, because it's I mean, this story of life is like, okay, how do you get from this this kind of person with the personality and with everything that comes with that into an adult, and watch that journey. And more importantly, yeah, be there for the journey. You know, so you're like, yeah, this is my kid, and this is, my legacy, and so on and so forth. But
And I will say this too. You just hit on something, to be there for the journey. I think that's part of the reason why I'm not gonna say like I'm nonchalant, but I look at that like, oh, that's bullshit. My dad used to say that shit all the time. At least I'm still here. At least I'm still here. And it's like, fuck you, nigga. You can leave.
No,
that kind of thing. So
yeah.
like they used to hold. I mean, like my parents raised me like they were doing me a favor. Like I begged to be born. Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to be a father. It's hard to be a dad. I think it is being a dad. But again, there's no book. I mean, there's tons of books you can read about this shit. But to me, it's like we're all snowflakes. And it's like saying, hey, I took the second shot of the vaccine. Some people felt like shit for 48 hours. Some people didn't feel anything. So you can do as many studies, read as many books, listen to as many podcasts as possible. But everybody's different. Everybody got a set of, traits and abilities and, personalities that are different, and you have to deal with whatever you have at hand.
Yeah, that's right.
And there's no way around it. So it's on a case by case basis.
Life is a case by case basis.
No, it is. But people like to just dump everything on. Okay, you're like this. So this is what you. This is what you are. This is what you are. I'm like, no, and I think that's one of the biggest problems that we have today, because people like to throw. It's like everybody is supposed to be representative of whatever group, right? Whether you're talking about cops, or you're talking about black people, or you're talking about kids, or you're talking about white people, and it's like, no, you're Jeff, you're Joe, and whatever that means, it's not one box. You're way more complex than what people, make you out to be, and it's not fair to be like, okay, well, just because you're this way, then X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, but that's why you got to show them.
You do, but a lot of people can dip into that, and
That's
they just want to be, hey, I'm just the next dude. Why would you want to be like the next dude? Why would you want to be a statistic? Why would you want to be, oh yeah, I'm just a guy who goes.
Because greatness ain't for everybody.
It's not about greatness. I don't think it's about greatness.
What do you think it is?
I think it's about celebrating how unique you are. Don't get me wrong. Some people their uniqueness is boring as fuck. Some people are are way more interesting than others. I'm totally with that. But there's such an urge to belong and to be part of something that you're just conform to whatever the group dictates, and not try to step out and be like, hey, you know what? I'm me. Mm-hmm. I'm me. I'm not, I'm not just, a Knicks fan. I'm not just a comedian. I'm not just a lawyer. I'm me with everything the baggage, everything that comes with that. And until you can proudly go, hey, I come with the good and the bad. This is what I have to offer to the world.
Yeah.
But for some reason, there's this. Here's an analogy that I used to bring up a lot when I first came here. When I first moved to this country, was we celebrate individuals like you get your MVP, your employee of the month, your valedictorian. We celebrate that all the time. Like, okay, this is the motherfucker who stood out, right? But yet, you still have to fit in whatever group your people, whatever box people put you in. You see what I mean? Like you're encouraged to fit a box, and yet we celebrate you as an individual. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, no, you got to be able to just accept who you are as you are, and we need a little bit of everybody to make a world. Mm. And yeah, some people are ugly, some people are tall, some people are mean. Some people are bitches. Some people are whatever. But they exist.
Yeah.
And you have to recognize that, okay, well, there's people like you, and you move on. Did that make sense at all? Just ramble for 2 minutes.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Accept yourself, Joe.
That's what. I do accept myself. If anybody accepts, I mean, who if I didn't accept myself, I won't be able to be here.
No, I know, but some people need that. Some people need that.
Some people do need to accept themselves, but that's scary because a lot of people have been someone else for so long, and built an entire life on being this whoever you think you're supposed to be, and it's scary to step out from under that. But sooner or later, you got to either you do it or life will kick you out of it. One of the two.
Right, or you'll just be phony for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
and then one day there'll be a reckoning, and you'll be like, oh shit, yeah, that's not who I am.
Yeah, now you're in jail for drugging women.
What?
I was Bill Cosby. I was like, now you're in jail for drugging women.
Yeah, good one. Well, so why the comedy then? Why did you jump into comedy?
Because I love comedy. I've always loved comedy. Like, people have been telling me I should do stand-up comedy. So I know it's cliche as fuck because you hear every comedian, yeah, bro, my friends think I'm hilarious, you know. But, people have been telling me to do stand-up comedy since, like, high school. And during COVID, there was no music happening. So I was like, fuck it.
Fuck it, just jump in.
I had a conversation with a friend of mine. His name's Mark Watson. Soldier Knows Best on YouTube. Tech reviewer. Really great guy. St. Louis, Missouri. Mm-hmm. His dog died. And that was like, how people get attached to their dogs. I mean, that was the only person he had lived with him for a while out there. So I knew it was hard. I called him, trying to console him. Never heard him sound this sad before. Within 30 seconds of the phone call, he was like chuckling. And like a minute and a half into it, he's laughing. 3 minutes into it, you forget that there's a dead dog. And I'm like, wow, maybe I am funny. So for me, I was just always afraid of not being funny on stage. I saw that episode of Fresh Prince with D.L. Hughley, when Will Smith got on stage and bombed. And ever since then, I was just afraid of comedy. So,
how was your first time?
It was good. People laughed. People laughed.
There you
That's
go.
why I came back.
There you go. We accept you now.
That's why I'm back. But yeah, it's great. Like, especially for me, it's really hard for me to communicate with people. But people seem to understand what I say, whether I'm singing it, or joking about it behind a microphone. So, I think that, makes it more than just art for me, because I do see it as art, but I also see it first and foremost as communication.
It is. It's like for some people it's therapy.
That's the thing. I don't like that shit.
But for some people, like, you watch Mark Maron on stage, and like, this motherfucker's having a therapy session in front of everybody.
But there's a difference between therapy and therapeutic. There is a difference.
Okay, therapeutic then.
Yeah, because like,
one is the adjective, the other one's a noun. What's the difference?
The difference between something being therapeutic is like it has therapy-like properties. Like, there are certain things about it that will help you and give you that release you're looking for. But it's not therapy. There's a difference between like, okay, if your body's out of line, let's say your spine's out of line, and then you don't go to a chiropractor. Over time, your back starts getting tight, so you're getting therapeutic massages. They're giving you therapy-like results. But it's not therapy because you're going to keep coming back until you get that spine adjusted. That's the therapy.
Okay. I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
And like, I don't like, people try to hide from therapy. And don't get me wrong, like, therapy's a bitch. Like, therapy is, it's hard to, relive all that kind of stuff and go back and figure out why you are the way you are and really get in touch with your emotions and all that other kind of stuff. And I feel like some people run from that and they try to make themselves look cool by saying, oh, the stage is my therapy. All right, bro, whatever. Like,
no.
Because you know where that gets you. Overdosing on heroin somewhere or some drug. Like,
yeah, I mean, there's plenty of stories of comedians that just like.
There's plenty of stories of everybody.
Yeah.
So I don't like that when people try to diminish what therapy is, because now you got people thinking, oh, we having a conversation. I mean, I had a teammate tell me that one time, like, that's why I hated fucking football, because football players are so stupid. But this dude said, I mean, think about it. 7 out of 10 dudes in a locker room would have never sniffed college if it weren't for football. Out of the 3 that would have gone to college, maybe 1 would have graduated. Like, and people are surprised when you always see people on these athletes on the TV doing
just
dumb
acting
shit.
up, yeah.
They're just doing what they know. But this dude was like, yeah, you know, we talking. I mean, this is kind of like therapy. And I'm like, neither of us have a fucking degree in anything related to psychoanalysis. But now all of a sudden, this is a therapy session, brother. The fuck out of here. There's a reason that shit costs money.
Catch the ball, run. That's it.
No, I was a defensive player. See ball, hit ball.
Well, if you hit it that much, what did you play for?
Because I was poor.
Okay, that'll do it.
Yeah. I told you earlier, I was living off $225 a month in college, and you telling me I can make money that's going to change not just my life, but my family's? I'd be stupid not to.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes total sense. God damn.
And I was also addicted to competition. Like, I am a very competitive person, and that is the part of football I fell in love with, the competition. I've never really been like a group work kind of guy. I've always preferred to do shit alone.
Individual.
Yeah.
Individualism. Just say
autistic.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
It's like I'm gonna do me, and because I am me, nobody else can do me.
Nah, it's not even that. I don't feel like interacting with y'all. Like, as much as people
you
talk
hate people.
about,
That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot you hate people.
Like, as much as people
Thank
talk
you
about
for being
COVID
here.
being bad, like, it was great for me. Nothing changed. I worked out at home. Granted, I wasn't playing live, but outside of that, I was going to the grocery store once a week to get food, and was working out at home and doing the music, you know, making music, writing. And once I started doing comedy, writing jokes, but
Everything by yourself.
Changed.
Everything by yourself.
Yeah.
I'll be your friend.
I got friends. I just like being alone.
No, don't get me wrong. Every once in a while, I mean, like I'm the opposite. I'm like, this whole quarantine shit has been very rough, and because I feed off people's energy, and it's not about being accepted or anything like that, because I'm like, I don't need you motherfuckers to begin with, but it's more about people intrigue me. And just go back to what I was saying earlier, like, what is it about you that makes you you? That's what I'm interested in. That's how I connect with folks. It's I don't care what kind of job you do. I mean, half my friends, actually most of my friends, I don't even know what they do for a living. I don't know how they live. I don't know what job they got. One of my best friends, I've known him for 20 years. I can't explain what his job is. I just know he works with DNA and shit. That's all I know. But he's my boy, and I'm like, that doesn't matter to me. And I'm always, it's always weird when one of the first questions that people ask when you meet them, say, hey, so what do you do? You know, what do you do for a living? Like, what do you fucking care? I'm me.
That's only here though, right? Like in the United States.
Yeah. I used to get mad at people when I first moved here. I used to get mad at people when they would ask me where I'm from. And I would say, well, what do you mean? Because I was born in West Africa, I grew up in France, and now I live here. And they go, oh, cool. And that's it. And they move on to the next thing. I'm like, motherfucker, do you meet people like me every day? No. You have no question whatsoever. Because if you told me, if I was just Joe Schmo, you know, from Dallas or whatever, and I met somebody that, oh, yeah, I was born in Thailand, and I'm mixed, and I have this interesting background. I'd be like, holy shit, tell me about that. I'm genuinely curious about people.
But everybody ain't curious about people. Some people.
No, I get it. No, I look, like I said, I used to get pissed at that.
Oh no, that what do you do question still pisses me off. Especially like me. I said that what do you do question still pisses me off. Cause I mean, usually I say musician. Oh, I thought you played football. And I'm like, well, that's racist. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like if I see a cop and I'm like, oh, I thought you wanted to kill Negroes.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't. But that's one of the reasons. Like I don't understand people, and because things I don't understand frustrate me, and I get pissed really fast. So, as opposed to continuing to try to understand people, it's just easier to distance myself from them.
How did you meet your wife?
I met her in the 5th grade. It's funny. I tell people.
I mean,
all
I'm
the
like,
time,
you hate people and you're married. Like,
Yeah.
something had to happen.
Oh, I love my wife. I said I hate people. I didn't throw out people's like.
Yeah,
names.
but you had to hate her or something at first. Like, this bitch could. And
Nah,
then next thing you know, you're like, oh, this is interesting. Let's, put.
Nah, first time I saw her, I thought she was hot.
Okay, well, I hope so. No, I thought she was ugly as shit, and I still put a ring on her finger. Of course she was hot.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We met like before I was 13, so probably like in the single digit ages, like 9 or 8, 9 or 10. I know that's not a single digit, but 8, 9 or 10. We didn't get close until high school. We were riding to school together with a mutual friend of ours who was notoriously late, so we ended up carpooling, just me and her. And then eventually, when her sister started going to our same high school, she would ride with us. But we got close on the rides to and from school. And I graduated from high school early. I was trying to get the fuck out the house. And I think that's kind of when I realized the first time, like, damn, I may want a relationship. Because, like, she was my best friend. Like, she was the first person I called when I lost my virginity.
Oh, that'll do it.
So, but I think that friendship is also what makes the relationship so great, because we were friends first. I'm not out here telling everybody to go be friends first and all that kind of stuff. You do
Tinder, folks, Tinder.
Yeah, you just do it how you live.
Bumble,
I believe
whatever
in Tinder.
works for you.
I believe in that stuff because I do believe, like, me personally, I can't, and maybe this is an effect of the molestation, I can't see the beauty in people. Like, I can only see what you look like on the outside.
But you went deeper with her because she turned into
But I told you, I thought she was hot. Like,
yeah, but that was it. But then at some point, you're like, there's more to her than just being hot.
Yeah, but it didn't make her any more or less attractive, is what I'm saying. Like, you know how people are like, oh, she's an asshole. That makes her look ugly to me. And I'm like, that bitch is a fine-ass asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you act does not have anything to do with how you look. Just like a car can look great. That don't mean it's going to be the fastest car on the lot.
So does your wife have a personality?
Yeah, she got personality.
All right. But it clicked at some point.
Yeah, I love her because of who she is. I'm just saying, from a physical standpoint, it's not like she got more attractive the deeper we got into our relationship.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
You're
nah.
just shitting on the whole. Okay, but keep
that's
going.
Not shitting.
No,
that's
not shitting. But I like you're. If it's still, and this is not a judgment call, I don't care, but. At some point you're like, yeah, she's hot. That means I want it, and you put a ring on her finger.
No, it was like at some point she's hot, which is gonna open up the door, and then like me even trying to figure out who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like if I don't, let me just stop right there because it's still to this day. Like if I don't think you're attractive, I'm not gonna try to talk to you that much. Often.
Okay,
like,
whatever attractive means to you. And
whatever attractive means to me. Yeah.
Right. At the end of the day, that's what matters.
But I'm also shy, so don't just think like, oh, he's not talking to me. He thinks I'm ugly. That's not true. I talk to myself, and I'm hideous. So there you go.
I'm just saying that it had to be a connect at some point. But
yeah, no. That's what I'm saying, though. I'm just saying, like, if she wasn't attractive, I would have never known what a great person she was. Because I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Sure.
Because I'm sure, are a bunch of attractive young ladies that I went to school. I mean, unattractive young ladies I went to school with fantastic personalities that would make other people bump them up from like a 4 to an 8. But she's still a 4, baby. Like,
yeah, I'm sorry. But it's
just like me, you a 4.
It's all relative. That's what I'm saying.
Everything's relative.
It's all relative.
Yeah.
So what's hot to you is probably ugly to someone else. So if you want to, somebody else can be like, look at this fat bitch right here. I'll put a ring on her finger because she's beautiful on the inside.
Yeah, that's true.
You remember that movie,
Shallow Hal?
Yeah.
I remember when I saw it.
And you were like, that makes no sense to you.
At all. I was like, what the fuck is this? Oh, she's so hot because she's a great person. Get the fuck out of here.
No, I don't.
You ain't going to be looking at her personality when you hit it from the back. I'm sorry. Like, her personality's not going to be moaning in your ear. Like, that's going to be heard, But you know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, no, I get it.
Because people say that shit all the time. Like, oh, I can do it.
Do you have those friends that, like, they end up with this chick and you're like, I don't get it. Like, he was dating like 8s to 9s. What I mean by 8s to 9s, I mean like everybody like
Yeah.
like a
Porn
consensus.
stars. Like porn star
yeah,
looking
like a
chicks.
consensus look.
Okay, not just porn star looking chicks, but you look good enough that
Yeah,
you could
exactly.
do
You
porn.
could
Is what
be
I'm
in
saying.
that. Yeah,
I would pay to
exactly.
watch that.
Yes. And so
Call me.
and then they end up with a 4. And you're like,
see, those are
what
people that can
happened?
see personality. I mean, maybe she got a great personality.
Good for them.
And then also, like you were talking about earlier with the relativity, maybe she's a 10 to him.
Yeah, whatever works. Maybe she cooks great.
Yeah, like maybe she looks great to him. You said it.
Maybe
You
she's
said it
like a
though.
mean
Like
dick,
some
too.
people, that ain't
You know
gonna
what
keep
they
a
say about
relationship
fat
going.
girls?
But that ain't gonna keep a relationship going. I mean, because
Hey,
people say that shit like, oh, you know, she can suck a mean dick, or oh, she got pussy. That shit ain't gonna keep a relationship going. Not a functioning, healthy one that's gonna help you progress in life.
hey, some dudes, that's all they need.
Those are the dudes that should be on.
That's an upgrade.
But those are the dudes that be on Ashley Madison, or like doing that kind of shit, having affairs. Like,
Hey,
I'm saying, if sex is what's keeping you around, I don't know.
Well, when you start with, so to your point earlier, then what are the chances that a relationship will work out if you start off as friends and best friends and then shit happens versus, okay, we're just fucking. That's basically
substantially higher. I would say that
best friends first, right?
Yeah, or just having some kind of pre-existing relationship. Like, if the first time y'all meet, y'all fucking, what you really? I mean, there are always outliers. There's always a some, never a all. But if I'm betting on it, that relationship's not gonna last as long.
Yeah, because you're gonna get bored at some point. And you're like, man, she can suck a mean dick, but she can't make a sandwich.
Well, it's not even that. Like, what happens if she starts not having sex with you? Y'all done had sex the first time. Like, it's like, oh, you changing? You know, what's this period nonsense? No.
The bar's up here, bitch. This is where it is. I'm not downgrading. That is my goal in life. Always upgrade. So if you can't cut it, I'm gonna find the next bitch.
Yeah, it diminishes the value. Like, that'd be like if you walked into a restaurant and the dinner was already waiting for you. That's called a buffet. Buffets don't cost as much as like steakhouses.
I like that analogy.
Listen, I'm gonna get at least one more good analogy in the next hour and a half.
This is a metaphor-filled episode. I like it. I like it.
But
well,
yeah.
So okay, let me ask you this then. What are your passions? And I purposely put an S to the word passion.
I mean, no, obviously, my family.
Okay.
All right, my religion. Well, my relationship with God. I won't say like my religion. Religion's a loaded word. Okay. But my relationship with God, like, that's something. That's what I'm the most passionate about.
Man, I was expecting like video games or.
No,
I don't know, knitting.
No, I'm passionate about everything I do.
Like you give like if tomorrow you had a day off. Well, that's a day off. Like there's no work, you don't have to run around town, and kids are with the mom, and you're like, you know what? I got 24 hours where I can do whatever the fuck I want. What would the majority of that day? What would you do with that majority of that day? Sleep can be a passion.
Comedy and music.
Comedy and music, as in going on stage and playing guitar?
Whatever. Like I would, whether it's creating music, playing music, collaborating on something in the studio, but I love playing live the most. Same with comedy, whether it's writing comedy, working it out at an open mic, doing something at a show. That's what I'm passionate. I'm passionate about, like, helping people.
But you hate people.
I know. I already told you I got a mental disorder and 2 mental illnesses, and you sitting here expecting all my thoughts to just. Are y'all listening? Look,
I'm purposely
2 diagnosed mental illnesses. I take medication, 2 different pills every day, on top of being autistic. Everything I say ain't gonna make sense to you.
I'm trying, and it's easy because it's all a contradiction. Because the
I'm a walking contradiction.
No, exactly. It's like but I'm trying to what's the word? Like knit a thread, and it's totally fucking all over the place.
The ramblings of a madman.
Look, man. At the end of the day, whatever.
Remember, I told you that
you.
Group of people that's chasing me. Let's call back to like an hour ago when I was talking about the group of people chasing me.
Yeah,
you started to get a better idea of like what that crowd is made up of.
Yep. Yep.
Stick with me. You'll learn something.
Oh, this is great.
Stay close.
More to come right after these messages. No, I'm playing. But at some point, it's gonna make sense. But don't get me wrong, because I appreciate it, because this whole time I'm trying to connect dots that don't line up, which is great. Which is, I think, the best kind of, when I was saying earlier, like, everybody's a complex human being, and I don't necessarily have to understand. I can just appreciate.
Because I don't even understand myself. That's one of the things that the lady told me about when I was diagnosed with autism. Difficulty understanding other people and other people's emotions and thoughts. Difficulty understanding yourself and your emotions and thoughts.
Because I know if I ask you a question now, you answer it one way. If I ask you the same question 2 days from now, you answer it a different way.
Very particular, yeah.
Exactly. So it's like, yeah, never a dull moment.
That's true. And that's why my wife is still with me, y'all. You know,
dude,
whether it's a gun to my head or no, I'm just playing.
Do you know, if you were to make up a roster of all the people you know? No, not necessarily close friends, just people you know.
Like a spreadsheet?
Yeah, like on a spreadsheet, and you would you go to Excel and you click on sort, and you're like, okay, who are the people? If you were to filter it by boring versus not boring, chances are the not boring one have some kind of something weird. But I always see something weird as something positive. So when I call people crazy, my girl used to get mad at me because one time I called her crazy, and she's like, "I'm not crazy." I'm like, "No, that's not in a good way." Because to me, the definition of crazy is not boring. That's how. Can
we look up the definition of crazy?
No, I don't. No. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Do not Google this. Do not blow up. Do not.
Somebody look up the definition of crazy and just post it in the comments so Bat can see what it is.
No, man. I'm sure it's some crazy. But my point is, I see that as like I was saying, it's you're intriguing, you're not boring. I really think that there's a reason why average people are just average. Like, they don't think past their nose. It's like they wake up, go to work, come back, eat, take a shit, go to bed.
And I can't be friends with those people.
That's what I'm saying. So if you would have filtered that spreadsheet, there would be very few.
There wouldn't be anybody.
That would be crazy?
No, that would be crazy. I thought you meant that the other side. Yeah, no, they're all crazy.
Yeah.
All of them. If we friends, you nuts. Takes one to know one. No.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But not just that. Like, I just can't. I can't be around people that are like, oh, I'm good. I'm chilling. Especially like I don't even call it underachieving. Just like people with no drive. People who ain't trying to do nothing.
Yeah. There's two kinds. There's those, I'm just chilling, and then these, I don't give a fuck. Like, maybe you should.
Well, that's the thing. I don't give a fuck either.
Yeah, but you do. You have passions. God damn it.
But that's what I mean by I don't give a fuck. Like, that's how I'm able to get on stage. That's how I'm able to just be open about it.
But I'm saying at the end of the day, it works.
And honestly, I think that I don't give a fuck shit too sometimes, not all the time, because it's some, never all. I think sometimes that's just a defense mechanism for like people who are afraid of failure. And so it's like, oh, I would have made it. I just, I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a cop out, and you're like, no, motherfucker, you just didn't try.
Yeah, because you were afraid of failing.
Yeah. Or you're afraid of what people are going to think of you. And that's why it takes guts to get on stage, get on the mic, and talk. Yeah. What?
I see it like this. Like, whenever I do comedy, I see myself getting on stage. It's just me talking to one person.
See, I wish that's what I'm trying to get to.
That's probably why everybody thinks I've been doing it for so long.
That's why.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I one-on-one or one-on-two, maybe three, this is how I talk. As soon as you put the spotlight on me and I'm talking to 20 motherfuckers plus, it's like, oh shit, now it's a performance. Mm-hmm. I'm not performing when I'm talking to you right now, right? But when you get on stage, it's like, oh, now there's an expectation of motherfuckers who don't know you because you're on that stage with a microphone and you're goal in that moment is to make him laugh.
I think you're thinking too much about that.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm in my head too.
Yeah, you just gotta come out there and just imagine like one of your homeboys is out there. Or even better, we've all met a cool stranger before at an event. You were talking about the events you've had.
Yeah.
So imagine next time you get on stage, and I'm not trying to be a therapist either, but next time you get on stage, just imagine like you ran into some super cool person at the bar. Y'all done found like 4 things in common already, and now I'm about to tell you about my life and what I'm thinking.
Yeah, trust me. That's exactly the approach that I'm trying, and I'm more of a like conversation. I can say that word.
Conversational.
Yeah, conversationalist. Is that the word?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the kind of shit that I say in the moment when it's just me and you or me and whoever, it just comes out, and I'm like, fuck, that could have been a great bit. The way I delivered it right there, there's no way I can recreate that on stage.
Why not?
No, because it's one of those. It will sound way because I've had those moments where I'll give you an example. I was at a club last week, and this dude walks up with slippers on, not the flip flop type, the slip-ins, like the go get my slippers. Yeah, and he was sliding. He wasn't walking. He was sliding to the bar.
So you hear
yes, and it wasn't even. It was gravel, so he was sliding. Black dude, and I'm like, yeah, this motherfucker probably live upstairs. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go see what's doing down. And I went off for 5 minutes just on that, and my friends was cracking the fuck up. And I'm like, oh, let me take some notes of what I just said after doing that. And I'm like, for me to get in that mindset again on stage, it's gonna take time for me to get comfortable on that level. And
if you keep telling yourself, no, I'm just fucking. If you keep telling yourself that, yeah, it will take time. No, but I know what you're saying. It's definitely a process.
Yeah, exactly.
Trust the fucking process.
Yes, that's what it's about. And because the first mistake, not necessarily a mistake, it's more of a, okay, you got to write your thoughts down, and I would write them like full on sentences, so it sounds scripted when I deliver it. And of course, the more and more you do it, the more comfortable you get. Words change, tenses change. Sentences flip and all of that, and you're trying to find the perfect puzzle, not perfect puzzle, but at least a puzzle that works. Exactly. Yeah. That's what I was telling.
Sorry, you're putting together a puzzle.
Yes, and that's what I was telling Sean. I'm like, that's what I love about the craft. It's the puzzle piece of it, because I'm a nerd. You know, I'm a tech guy, and so are you. From what you're, engineer.
We love the same part. Yeah, that's what I love about it too.
Yeah, it's like I'll go back home and be like, oh wait, hold on. If I move this paragraph here, let me change this word to something else. Maybe if I just I love this shit. And but the thing is, you can get so caught up in that you forget that you have a performance to do, and then or it's, well, I get comfortable with, I know where to kind of hit those marks. You know, I'm supposed to say it like this, or act like that, and blah blah blah, And for that to become second nature, I mean, there's no formula. Just get on fucking stage, right? I mean, we can talk about comedy all day, but
that's what it sounds like from you explaining it. You're pretty much learning how to be yourself in front of people who don't know you.
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
Because again, I'm intrigued by people.
Mm-hmm.
I could be sitting I used to do that all the time. I would go to dinner by myself. I would sit at the bar at Eddie V's, or I'd go to W and just sit there by myself. Next thing you know, I'm striking a conversation with a total stranger. And we're just, it feels effortless to me, because I've always been that way.
So we just got to get you that way on stage.
Thanks. That's pretty much my goal.
What you been doing to work toward it?
Huh?
What you been doing to work toward it?
What have I been doing to work towards it? I'm trying to go off script more often.
Why?
Because it makes me more, how can I put this? Oh, no, actually, this is what I'm trying to do more, is recite less and be more flexible with my material. Because, just like last night at the open mic, but this is not going to come out for another couple of weeks, but last night there was this dude that, I had my joke, I had everything prepared in my head, because when I'm thinking, I picture myself delivering the joke a particular way. And if anything comes in to interrupt that, then it just fucks me up. Like that time he told me I had 30 seconds left, and I was at the end of my at the end of my story. That fucked me up, and I wasn't able to recover from that. So those are the things that I got to get comfortable with. So to be able to do that, I got to be more flexible.
I would argue,
and read the crowd better.
I would argue I don't have much experience.
Okay. But from watching me, go ahead. Give me, what's your feedback?
Nah, I'm not even going to talk about you. Like, let's talk about football and music.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with music, you got to write songs and perform them. With football, you got to learn plays and run them.
Right.
Football and music are also the same because shit changes like that. You know, you hit a wrong note, how do you recover? Or, you know, all that kind of stuff. Are we in the wrong key? How do we modulate? That kind of thing. I would argue it's easier to adjust the more comfortable you are with your material than it is to try to go out there and freestyle, because now you're putting even more pressure on yourself. It's one thing to remember something and then play around inside of it. It's another thing to get up there. You're already nervous, and now it's like, I'm about to make something out of nothing. Like, nah, you don't want to do that. Like, and I used to do a bunch of oratorical contests. I used to do poetry contests when I was very little.
Uh-huh.
But that was one thing, and I would ad-lib in the poems and all that back then. I even ad-lib in songs and stuff I do now, but it's the more comfortable, because I used to think the same way with my guitar. Like, I'm like, this guitar playing feels too, like you said, too recitally, too orchestrated, so I'm gonna just go out there with no plan. And it's like, nah, I didn't become that like guitar player I wanted to be, you know, in the vein of like a Hendrix or Wes Montgomery or, you know, Stevie Ray Vaughan, that kind of thing. It wasn't until I like went even deeper into like the theory of, you know, the guitar, music theory, that kind of stuff, went even deeper into the songs that I was playing, to where like I could play the song as me and you are talking right now and not miss a beat. And that is when I got to the point where it was like, oh, okay, I'm comfortable enough to do this now. I mean, you legitimately, I think this is another talent that I have. It takes me a lot longer to get tired of doing shit repetitively, because I don't.
I think that's what it comes down to, because I'm like, yeah, I've done this a bunch of times.
That shit you need to do it to where like you lightweight annoyed when you hear that joke, because now you got it and you can do whatever you want with it because it's there.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
That's just a thought, though.
No. Don't get me wrong. It makes perfect sense. Again, there's just no magic wand. You just got to go out there and do it. I get bored of doing the same thing over and over again.
You should.
Yeah, I should.
No, I'm saying you should get bored. Like my personal beliefs is like, you got to be bored and you got to be frustrated. If you're not bored or frustrated, if you're not bored and frustrated at the same time, like, in my mind, something's off. Bored as in, like, I'm confident in this material, whatever it is that you're about to present. I know this. I could recite it upside down while getting head on a Wednesday in front of a church. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know this. And then there's the frustration part of, like, as you're trying to get better, like, when you're trying to learn how to walk, you're going to trip and fall. And you'll get frustrated as you trip and fall, but you got to keep getting up and doing it. That's what I mean by that. Yeah,
I understand the process. And again, I'm like a day old at this thing. You sound.
How long you been doing it?
If I add up, about a year, a little over.
Shit, you got some time on the. Hey, look, people trying to discount a year. No, I'm just saying, don't discount your year, because like, if I put you in jail for a year, you wouldn't be like, I've only been in jail for one day. My asshole's just as tight as it was when I came through the door.
Look, I am a humble man. I'm not the type to go around. I brag about certain things, but
I'm talking about yourself. Like, regardless of what you're saying to me, I'm just saying it sounds like coming out of your mouth. It sounds like kind of, but like, I'm just saying, don't discount the effort you put in. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah,
I have a hard time taking compliments.
Oh, I know. Because guess who else does? Huh? Me. I said, guess who? Oh yeah, I hate compliments.
I don't hate them, but I'm just like, I'm hard on myself all the time, and the one
like in a perfectionist kind of way.
And yes, because I can't play a video game and not be at 100%, or I can't if I'm getting. I mean, I told you I used to throw events around town. And I didn't. If one thing went wrong, it would piss me off. I used to dance. I danced for 7 years.
Okay.
And if I went on if I went on stage and I'm doing a routine and I fuck up one count, and I'll be after that and be like, nah, this is horrible. That totally fucked up.
I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I do have a question because it is like I'm legitimately asking.
Uh-huh.
And I'll just stick it with events or dance or either or. How many perfect ones did you ever have?
I don't know. I don't think I have. But that's the thing. I'm aware of it. But if it's
it's just about having a short-term memory.
Huh?
You just gotta have a short-term memory.
No, every time I feel like I let someone down, it hits me.
Who tells you that?
No, this me.
Yeah, I mean,
nobody's gonna say, "Yo, back. This party was fucking dope" until fucking mic cut off for half a second. It's not people telling me. It's me going.
So it's something you telling
yourself. I could have done a better job. Yeah, I could always do a better job.
So it's something you telling yourself.
Yeah, I had a.
Do you see a therapist?
No, not yet. I am. I'm about to. But
take a break right here.
No. We'll be right back with Dr. Joe Barksdale. No. Okay, I'll give you another example. So the FeedBak, when I launched the FeedBak as a blog, as a website back in 2010, I worked on it for like 3 months. Right, I taught myself how to do WordPress. I was a developer at the time, and I did all that stuff. Oh yeah, it'd be great if I added this. And dope. Wait, it doesn't work the way it's supposed to. So let me just go in the code and change the plugin the way it works and everything. My girl at the time was like, just fucking launch it. Just fucking launch it. What's the worst? Seriously, like you're so caught up, and it's not gonna be perfect. But she literally like. Turned my computer off and said, dude, tomorrow you're launching this thing. If it weren't for her, I could have kept working on it for weeks, and because at the end of the day, it's like anytime that I let someone down who doesn't fucking know, even when I danced, my dance instructor was like, you think anybody noticed? Do you really, unless you fell on the ground and started rolling all over the place, nobody gives a shit.
What do you base your life on?
What?
What do you base your life on?
That's a loaded question. What do you mean by that?
What do you base your life on? Like if you were about to die right now, like if you were like, damn, I'm about to die. Like what are you, like for example, I'll just say me. Uh-huh. If I'm sitting here thinking like, oh my God, I'm about to die. Like I'm thinking about God, like, going to see God, that kind of thing. Like what do you base your life on?
Moments. I told you earlier.
See, that's hard. Moments will always let you down, and they're not consistent. I'm just saying from the outside looking in.
Yeah. But
you need something more stable than moments. Because if 2020 ain't taught us nothing, that shit took away all the moments.
No, I still had moments in 2020.
But you know what I'm saying. I'm just saying like it's. It's hard to base your life on something you can't control.
Yes, and I've worked hard. I've worked hard to try to anything I don't have a control over, I just let go. I've learned that over the years. I'm better now than I used to.
No, I know.
But what I'm saying is,
I just know that kind of stuff causes performance anxiety in people, and I think that based on what you've been saying, I think that kind of feeds into your unease about getting on stage and. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But I recognize that problem, and I always think of it as a process.
But what you doing to solve?
What's what?
What are you doing to solve it?
I get back up at there.
What else?
I know it's not. I acknowledge the fact that it's not going to live up to my expectation. I just go up there and then try not to worry about it.
How's that been working?
Pretty good so far, I would say. And listen,
trust the process.
Huh?
No, I was saying trust the process.
Yeah.
Process.
No, I absolutely do. I absolutely. In comedy and in anything else. I mean, whether you're trying to get in shape, you're trying to eat right. Trying to stay hydrated, you're trying to have a better time with your family, you're trying to do your work right, you're trying to, and all those things. And there's only so much you can do regardless. And when I used to throw those events, these motherfuckers walk up to me just to fuck with me, like, are you ready? Are you prepared for this shit? I'm like, motherfucker. It took me a while, but after a while, I was like, you know what? It'll be what it will be.
it's gonna be.
It'll be what it'll be. There's only so much I can do.
So now I gotta ask you, how long did it take you to get on stage your first time? From the time you decided you were gonna do it to getting on stage?
Years.
Jesus Christ.
Years.
Jesus Christ.
Here's what happened.
How many years?
The first time I did it was in 2012 or 13.
So how long? So I'm saying, how many years between 2013 and your first time? Like, I'm gonna get on stage. How many years in between?
Oh, like 6 or 7.
Jesus Christ.
Because I'm like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Has anybody ever told you like that you may have anxiety?
Is that why I'm losing my hair?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just going off the.
No.
Because everything you're saying like screams anxiety. You should look it up along with crazy.
And I'm a proud crazy motherfucker.
Nah,
if you get to know me, yeah, I am crazy, and I like it in my own way.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just saying, like, I mean, the thing about mental illness,
I do put a lot of pressure on myself. That is a fact.
But that may be a product of like some anxiety that you have subconsciously going on around in there.
I need therapy.
Yes.
Thank you.
If you're watching this, you need therapy too.
You know, mental health has been all over the place, especially with 2020, and I'm I've been following it a little bit, but I do agree that everybody needs therapy.
Anybody who suffered needs therapy.
No, suffer not. Do you know anybody that's really like? Even when you look at people on Instagram and all they post is happy shit. You're like, there's no way your life is like that. There's no way.
And if it is, you ain't doing nothing.
Exactly. Like, I don't want your life. If that's what that is, that's the boring motherfucker there.
For sure. So, but some people like that. Like,
yeah, but it's not about them. It's about everybody else.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, look at my baby. We're on vacation. It's when you swipe girls on Tinder and all you see is, yeah, this is me in the mountains. This is me on the kayak. This is me in Thailand. I'm like, that's not real.
Well, you don't want nobody on Tinder talking about, well, this is me the day I tried to kill myself. Like, you don't want to see that photo.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
All right, so if you're on Tinder and you want
that
back,
is real.
He wants to see the real shit.
No,
this is my tampon.
I moved to this country when I was 16 years old. So I literally had to start over with women. I thought I figured out French girls.
Which you probably did.
Nah.
Oh.
Actually, French girls are simpler. I would say that. Because French girls are straight up in your face. They'll tell you what they think. There's no sugarcoating. There's no trying to please anybody. That at least where I'm from, that's how they are. But you come here and they talk to you about, dating as a concept, and I'm like, that makes no sense to me. That makes no sense. When I was in college here in Austin.
You went to UT?
I went to Southwestern in Georgetown for 2 years, and I went to UT for 3. I transferred. Business school, all that crap. But I remember I was talking to this one girl, and we talked about food. And I was like, oh, what kind of food you like? And she goes, oh, I like this, I think it was Indian food or whatever. And I'm like, oh, there's this place you got to check out. Maybe someday we'll go, and I'll take you and we'll go check out that place. It's like Indian food. She ran around talking about Back asked me on a date. Back likes me. And I'm like, no, I just talked about going to eat. Like this, there's nothing. If it turns into something good, but that is not the expectation. What I was trying to say is we're just going to eat. And that's
the weird thing about the country with all these fucking rom-coms. You bump into somebody, y'all smile at each other. Now y'all gonna be married for 20 years.
Yeah, I ain't gonna chase after the cab. Stop the plane. I'm not doing all that.
Yeah, it's the movies.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but so many people think that the movies are real life.
It's like when you. I don't like. Maybe that's the word that I don't like, but the whole concept itself, where. Oh, I'm gonna pick you up.
If you want to be in a relationship with Back, you better be ready for that real gender equality. That's all you're saying. You just want some gender equality.
No, I just want to be, because it's, and I'm sure you've heard this analogy before. It's like going to a job interview. Like, of course, you're not gonna tell your potential employer, yeah, I'm a lazy fuck. I don't do my work. I have a problem at home. I'm an alcoholic. Of course, you're not gonna do that. You're gonna put your best foot forward and show the best version of you so you get employed. right? Dates the same thing. You it's like you walking around with a pile of rocks at the movie theater or at the restaurant because you're supposed to open the door, pay for the meal, let her order first, and then there's an awkward moment when
That's all subjective.
huh?
That's all subjective.
No, but I mean, but the thing is, this is the idea,
but
the
it sounds
concept
like
of a date that
But it sounds like if that's the woman's
life in high
concept
school.
of a date, that ain't the woman for you. That's how I would see it. Like when I was in high school and it was like, oh, I need this, I need that, I need this. First of all, bitch, I ain't got no job. Like, it's high school. Second of all, what you doing? Like, you talking about, oh, you paying for this, you paying for that. What, you just gonna stack all your money? Get the fuck out of here. Like,
Yes, but okay, take yourself out of the equation. Just think about it as an objective experience.
I can't.
You can't. Okay, autism. Okay, folks, take the concept of a date as it's portrayed in movies or how you lived it in middle school or high school, right? There is a certain certain expectation, and you're walking around with a pile of rocks above your head, and everything you do and say is open to interpretation by the other party.
This, once again, I just want to backtrack. This just reeks of anxiety, but continue.
No, it doesn't, because that's how we live in Europe.
Reeks of it.
You think all French people have anxiety because that's how they date? No, they're being real.
I know I'm talking shit.
Yeah, I know you're talking shit.
So you're saying like y'all show up and it's just like, I don't like that shirt. Oh, y'all just chilling.
Yeah, we're chilling. And then if shit happens, shit happens. But there's not this, oh, I'm going to kiss you when I walk up to the door under the porch. I'm not.
So I will say one thing.
That's how you connect.
One thing that I do think that people don't do enough of is a lot of people are not up front, and then they want to bitch about what's going on the back end. I'm just saying people in general.
Uh-huh.
What I mean by that is like, okay, if you a dude and you don't like big girls and you marry some small, or you dating some small girl and she becomes big and you don't say nothing about it, now she's big. If you had said something up front, but now you want to play the victim, like, you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
So I think a lot of people are going into like the less things that are like not set in stone but made crystal clear, the less communication there is, the more room there is for, well, it's up to my interpretation, the more room there is for these expectations. But and it's scary for dudes to do, but like
to open up like that, to be vulnerable and be like, look, this is me. It comes with this, and that. Like it or not. If you don't, all right, keep it going.
No, I'm not saying you got to unload your trauma on somebody the minute you meet them.
Date.
But I'm talking about even from before you even get to talking on the date. I'm talking about just, hey, would you like to go somewhere and get something to eat? This is not a romantic date, or you know what I'm saying, like that kind of stuff.
I didn't know any better. I just got here. That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying there are people our age that are still living that way, and I'm like, y'all need to be a little bit more upfront, because women can't read minds the same way dudes can. You know?
Of course not. Nobody can read minds. You know what? When I try to explain to my friends in France what a date is, and I just say, so basically, you think you're gonna fuck, but you're not, and you're putting so much pressure and expectation on the whole situation that you don't really enjoy it.
See, I think that's just you.
No. No, but I've learned.
Because why would you still go on dates if they that
stressful? Don't call them dates. This is my point.
Why would you still go on casual outings in the evenings?
Is that too long of a
or
word
afternoons?
To say? Casual
outings.
Date.
Yeah, like why would you put a date on your calendar and set it aside for a casual outing? Maybe that's why they call it dates. But yeah, like why would you not have a? I don't know. I mean, I think. Because it sounds like you're doing a lot of thinking for everybody.
See what?
I said it sounds like you're doing a lot of thinking for everybody. Like
I think a lot. That's why I lose my head. I have a reverse mohawk, like I was telling you the other day.
Yeah, you just got
fucking burning my brains up top.
You got to get into some opioids, man. No, I'm just.
You got to smoke some weed, man. You're way too stressed out.
Nah, do you stretch?
Do I what?
Stretch?
Not as much as I should.
I think that would
Nobody
help.
does.
I use it as a decompressing mechanism. And I'm talking about like holding a stretch for like 60 seconds, 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, no, I don't do that.
Try that.
I gotta say, okay, so do you think
stretch?
Do you think that as a society we're stressed out? Like overall, American.
Yeah, but I would say that it's been like that since, the country's founded on capitalism.
Mm-hmm.
You know, somebody's got to be at the bottom. It's built off somebody. Everybody's afraid of being at the bottom, but I think that's a side effect of capitalism. I don't think that's anything else, actually, but a side effect of capitalism. Because all you're taught is like, you need more. You don't have enough. You need more. The best this. You need the best that. You got motherfuckers buying like, the fully trimmed off-road, Ford Raptor just to drive it on the street. Like, what's this off-road kit for? If shit that they don't need to impress people they don't know. Like, but that's capitalism because it's been fed to you through commercials and TV and movies that you need to,
Yeah, you gotta have the biggest, the best, the fastest, the most convenient, the most this. Nothing is in like, and this goes back to what I was saying earlier as far as appreciate the small shit. Okay, let me ask you this.
That's a personal. But I would say getting caught up in that is just as much as of a personal decision as getting out of it, if that makes sense. Because no one's forcing you to do it.
No one is. But I think if you approach it as, of course, okay, let's put it this way. If you assume that too much of anything is not good for you and you always go with the big, huge, best, and at no point do you ever sit back and fucking sit in the grass and look at the sky for a few minutes and be like, I can appreciate what I have right now. Something's not right. You're always on the go all the time, and I think and you know what?
You're running from something.
No, but I think you nailed it on the head because I never put capitalism as not necessarily the root cause, but one of the major factors.
Money is the root of all evil.
Well,
we have an economy that's based on money. Whose economy ain't based on money? You know what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, but let me give you an example. You ever seen these videos of kids in Africa that are just barefoot, just dancing with a big smile on their face?
Yes.
So what we say in Africa is like, yeah, we don't have much, but we have that.
Yes.
And we appreciate the small things. Something as simple as, hey,
are these capitalist economies?
Huh?
Are these capitalist economies that you're talking
about? To some
about?
degree, but they maintain their
but not super
tradition.
Capitalist like us.
Not like, hey, yo, you got to be the best of blah, blah,
honestly,
blah.
bro, I think that's why so many people in the United States like traveling outside the country to go other places because they like to see people that have different.
But when you come back, you got to have an appreciation for what you have and not take shit for granted. I always tell people, like, if you go to, there's 2 continents that I think everybody should go to once in their lifetime is Europe, because if there's one thing they know how to do there is live.
Go to Europe.
And second, Africa.
Go to Africa. It's a continent, not a country.
It's not a country, yeah. I don't speak African.
The fucking
idiots.
That? You idiots. You speak African, bro?
African? Can you speak African? That means fuck you.
Yeah. Can you speak police? Yeah, let me see your ID. Sorry. Not all cops are bad cops. I'm not saying that. Get your panties out your ass.
No, but it's... When you don't get to
or your boxers
appreciate what you have at no point because you're always on the go, and something as simple as a meal, like it blew my mind when I'd go to friends' houses and they're like, "Oh, it's time to eat." Oh, I already ate. I had a snack, opened the fridge, make some sandwich, and I went by my day. And I'm like, no, it's time to fucking eat. You're gonna sit your ass down and eat when it's time to eat. And in Africa, there's a time to eat, and there's a time to not eat. They be getting the
shit beat out of each other over there, but I'm listening.
Say what?
So it sounds like people be getting the shit beat out of each other for eating a couple snacks.
Shit.
Put them fucking peanuts down.
But this is what my dad said all the time. He's like, those who want to eat, come eat. Everybody else, stay where you at. So that means...
What kind of gangster shit is this?
No, because it's like, it's a time to eat. There's no time before. There's no time after. Once we're done, we're done. If you try to make up a plate, And it's not even a plate. You eat around a bowl. 20 motherfuckers around a bowl. And all you got to do is the hands got to reach in. That's what we're taught in Africa.
Yeah, but
and we're happy about that.
Yeah, but you're not in Africa.
It doesn't matter. It's not about the Africa part. It's about the concept of, hey, there's a moment we're trying to have here.
But I would argue it sounds like an African thing, not actually, I can't even say not a North American thing because it sounds like they get down like that in Mexico. Yeah. But once again,
in France, a dinner is 3 hours long. Can you sit down for 3 hours and
no.
have a meal with your friends?
I couldn't sit down for 3 hours having a meal with my friends, even if I wasn't friends. My attention span ain't nowhere near that long. 3 hours? No.
Okay, 2.
No.
Why? Because you got shit to do, or because you can't do it?
Both.
Okay. The can't do it part I get, but shit to do, really?
Yes. Because now
Enjoy
people
the small things.
Now
man.
you're trying to tell me how to live my life.
Yeah. I'm French. This is what
Don't
we
let
do.
nobody tell you how to live your life.
Hey, listen to me.
The French
Listen
want
to-
to.
hey,
The French
listen
want
to
to
me.
tell everybody live their life till somebody need help in the war. Then all of a sudden
really?
they're quiet as
Really?
fuck.
Shut up. Shut
This is how you should live your life.
Shut the fuck up with that.
Hey, I think we're about to have a war with Al Qaeda. Excuse me.
No.
Now they disappear like
We don't even have gyms in France because we're like
clearly. That's why they avoid all these wars.
No, come on. You gonna put that on us? You gonna put that on us?
Y'all telling people how to live their life, but then you want to help them
Look, we
fight.
taught
You need
y'all
to
how to
stand up
kiss.
to that man. Hey, I need some help fighting him. Whoa, I said stand up. I didn't say I was about to help you, brother. We got some croissants in the oven. You got me fucked up. I see how it goes.
We invented kissing and fashion. Y'all need to thank us for that.
Hey, thank you, France, for inventing cooking. I'm sorry. What was it? Fashion
kissing
and
and
kissing.
fashion.
Now I can get mono and look good doing it. Thank you, France.
Hey, you looking for hot people. If they don't look good, they can't kiss for shit. You think you'll be with them?
This is true.
Aha. Thank us for that. De rien. Avec plaisir, mon grand.
I feel like you said something about my mama, and I really don't care because
said
I don't
you-
like
I
my
said
mama.
you're welcome.
Oh, now I wish you had said something about my mama.
God damn, you gonna whoop my ass in my own apartment. And that
No, I'm
bitch.
gonna go. No, I said something about my mama. We talked about this earlier.
yeah,
I
fuck
don't
that bitch, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Damn.
My mama's
never
the
said
reason
about
why I don't
anybody's
like
mom.
obese black women.
I never said about anybody's mom, but you know.
I don't say it about anybody's mom either except mine.
Yeah, don't please.
Everybody who's watching this, I hope your mother's doing great.
Yes. Happy Mother's Day. It's
Happy
coming
Mother's
up soon.
Day. Shout out to all the good moms out there.
How long we going? Damn, an hour 20. Well, we can keep going for a little bit longer. So, this is. I love this. I love this.
This is fun.
So I didn't know where they would go, but
I'm gonna let y'all know right now. Back was nervous. He's
No,
trying to
it's
sit here
not.
and be
No,
cool.
no.
From the moment I showed up, he was like, "Oh God, I hope this ain't one of them dumb football players." Let me.
no, I didn't know you're a football player until someone
I know.
recognized you.
I
Like,
know.
you're just a big dude, tells jokes. Who gives a shit? I don't care.
I don't either.
I can't even talk to you about football, anything. I don't even know the rules.
Me neither. If I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, like
I
as
just
a
tell you, nigga, just
professional,
run, grab the ball, run.
like as a professional athlete, like I mean, like I guess it's the cards and football across everywhere else but us. But here in football, the flag, that they're throwing.
Yeah.
Like ref would throw a flag, that's a false start on so and so. Hey ref, how many yards penalty is that? And the ref would look at me like, bro, aren't you a professional? I am. Can you not be a resource right now? You're sitting here looking at me crazy. I'm trying to gather information. There's no such thing as a stupid question. How many yards was that? So I say that to say, because I never watched sports. Like in my mind, sports are pointless. Because if you won whatever the championship is, if there's gonna be another one next year, then yours doesn't matter.
Oh, that's how you look at it?
Yeah.
It's not about, just getting better, just like anything else, just getting better at something.
Yeah, I mean, you still get better and all that, but at the end of the day, you're still running on a hamster wheel. I mean, you'll walk out in the street and like, oh, I was a it's Hall of Famers and that's homeless. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that shit only means so much in the realm that you in. Once you step outside of it, no one cares.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I'll
give you that. But you enjoy the process while it lasted.
Absolutely. Yeah,
All
I love
right,
the
well,
process.
there you go. Whatever happens
Yeah.
happens afterwards, nobody gives a shit.
No.
But unless you stay in that field somehow, not like on the field, but like you become
Coaching,
like
or
coach or you're a
ESPN.
commentator. That's where they all end up, right? Just like
Yeah.
you're a professional player, and the next thing you know, you're in the booth just doing all the comments and like you know what you're talking about, but you're just running words and
Yep. Or you one of the cats that didn't turn it into a career and you're doing something else.
and it works. For some people it works, but I get it. But again, it's like, what else? What else can you do? What else can you contribute to this world? What else can you? Because of who you are.
That's low key one of the reasons I was so happy I started playing so late. A lot of those cats have been playing since they were 4. As far as they're concerned, this is all I can do.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I always get so offended when people ask me if I play football, because like you're trying to say that's all I could do. And no, I didn't say that. You didn't say it, but you said it.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
I've talked to comics, and you're like, and that's what they say. I'm a comedian. I'm like, okay, what else? I'm a comedian. No, hold on. Turn that shit off first for a second. Turn that shit off.
Yeah.
I'm like, your name is Jeff. You had things you did before. Don't tell me you wake up telling jokes. Nobody does. You're not doing punchlines at lunch. You're not doing.
Sweetie, I think I want a divorce. That's what she said.
Yeah, like, come on, turn that. It's annoying. So yeah,
but honestly, those comics usually ain't that funny.
No, because they can't. No, yeah, that's true. I'll give you that. And again,
especially the motherfuckers, and they think that they, like you said, they think they grinding, but you really just like you grinding yourself and your material and my want to hear it into the ground.
I met this dude. If I want to say his name,
I'll ask you about a dude when his camera goes off, because I've met a couple out here too.
No, but so
if you think I'm talking about you, I'm talking about you.
Yeah.
No, I'm just playing.
So it was after a show at Romo, and he walks up to me and he goes, "Hey, my name is
Pat Bernard." No, I'm just playing. I just thought of the first person in the Romo. Pat.
Yeah, right. No,
it's not you, Pat.
I've never met him. He's like, "Hey, my name is blah blah blah," and I'm like, "Hey, I'm back. Nice to meet you." And he dove right into a minute and a half long bit about Chase Bank and cocaine and boats. And I listened. I just stared. I just stared at him the whole time. Didn't say a word. And then I don't know if there was a punchline or a point to it, or I don't even. But as soon as he stopped talking, I said, "So what's got to do with your name being blah blah blah?" And he goes, "Well, it's the thing with I'm trying to." I'm like, "Hey man, you could have just said, hey, how you doing?"
These are the comedians that need the therapy, that be on stage. Oh, this is my therapy. No, it's not. You're cracking jokes to strangers for free.
I mean, you said, "Hey, my name is," and you dive right and you go right into bit mode. No, I'm sorry, you can't do that.
Because that wouldn't happen if you ran into your favorite musical artist. It's, "Oh, hey, Kanye, what's going on?" "Everything I am." Whoa, brother. Like, exactly. This is a little intense. I was just coming to say what's up. Like,
I'm just going to give you a pound and be on my way. Not even a picture. I don't even want a picture with your ass. I just want to say, hey, good job. I'm a big fan. And be on my way. But now you started busting freestyles on me? No.
That's why you'll never shake a comedian hand, bro. I done seen comedians like dap each other up, and one dude like won't let go as he runs his jokes. And I'm like,
oh, that happened just the other night.
Oh,
and I'm gonna call out the comic.
Who was it?
No, I'm not gonna say. I can tell
we'll
you.
Talk about it. We'll talk about you later, and I'll come beat your ass.
I asked a specific question. So I was there standing with Sean Batten, and then he walked up and he started basically asking for validation about his writing technique to a professional comic, and he went into, well, I look at something and I look at it intensely and I try to figure out what's funny about this wall or whatever. And I'm like,
it's bad based on that impression. I think I know who you're talking about.
And I'm like, wait, what about shit happens to you and you try to make it funny instead of staring at a flower pot and try to turn it into funny?
Yeah, but it's
and
like
then he went into
earlier.
a whole story, and the whole time I'm like, fuck, what did I ask that? What did I say that?
Did you have a good childhood or are you funny? It ain't both. All y'all with good childhood, go the fuck home. You already won. We trying to win on the back end, all right? Go home to your family, hug your mother, who obviously has been lying to you, telling you funny. Go high five your dad, sit the fuck down at the table, cut the turkey, and shut the fuck up. Motherfucker. Oh.
No, but I'm like, shit. And then he told me later, someone was like, why do you have to ask that? I'm like, I don't know. He's just looking for help. I don't know. Whatever. But the point is, turn that shit off. Be authentic. Be you. Recognize what makes you you, and just act on it. It's
if you're trying to be successful. If you're not, just keep doing what you're doing.
No, I don't even think it's not even a comedy thing. It's just in general, successful or not.
That's I was just talking about in life.
Yeah, but whatever success means. Well, whatever success means to you. Exactly. So at work, in your relationship, with your family, whatever. But like, stop fronting. I can't even pronounce. Stop fronting.
No, you said it right. I mean,
stop fronting. This is what I'm trying to. I was trying to say it like that, but I fucked up. I said it the French way.
I can't. It's okay. I can't do French slang. So
stop fronting. I'm telling you right now. Stop fronting. It's not a good look. It is very not a good look. So
this is
just
true.
Be you, and then accept yourself. So anyway, oh wow. All right. What's your dope shit you wanna you want to share that people should know about, or something you're excited about? Anything you could be excited about right now.
It sucks because I'm gonna sound like I'm self-promoting.
No, we'll just promote after this. Like something.
But it is what I'm it's what I'm the most excited about.
Okay, go ahead.
I got a Star Wars project coming out next week, May the 4th.
No.
Oh.
Something that you didn't do. All right, I'll go first.
Okay.
It could be the Mortal Kombat movie. I don't give a fuck.
But I saw it. It wasn't that exciting. I mean,
okay. There's a movie. There's a Netflix thing coming out about the black samurai, Yasuke, and it's voiced by Lakeith Stanfield. I'm really excited about it. I don't know if it's out. I mean, by the time this comes out, it'll be out on Netflix. But the story of the first black samurai, the only black samurai. He was a slave, and he worked his way up and all that.
That's a lot of work.
I guess.
I mean, it was some slave to samurai. It was a 20-year story.
I don't know, but I'm intrigued. Anytime there's remember when Afro Samurai came out?
Yes.
You're like, holy shit, this is dope.
Yes.
Anytime when it's there was one black or something, I'm like, I got to know the story of this dude. So I'm excited about that.
Don't fuck it up. What's the name of it?
Yasuke.
Don't y'all fuck up Yasuke.
But I watch it in Japanese. Shout out to Lakeith Stanfield, but I can't watch animated anything in English. I can't do that. It looks like anime, but not like Captain Planet animation, but like anime. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Even when remember Batman Ninja? You haven't seen that one? So there was
Bro, I'm still behind on Attack on Titan. If I'm gonna be honest, I ain't.
It's
seen
over.
Season. I know, and I haven't seen the first episode of that.
Read the damn thing. Don't
I did.
watch. The manga's over. It ended 2 weeks ago.
No, I read the manga. I'm talking about the show, watching the show.
But you ended the manga?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just want to watch the second part when it comes out.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it.
You already read it.
But I don't have I would still like to see how it looks in motion.
Oh, sure. Because they do a fabulous job in that anime, definitely.
And I like hearing the emotion in the words too.
That's true. And I love the voices, and I appreciate the the artwork and everything. But it's I hope they don't do what they did to Death Note, where the anime ending is different from the manga ending. Do you know that?
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Did that with Full Metal, but then they came back and
did Brotherhood.
Yeah,
that one is actually what the manga is.
People should low-key probably do that with more stuff, since people can't seem to not have any new ideas anyway. But
I don't know. I'm like,
why not make something that's true to? I mean, I feel like Full Metal Alchemist was the blueprint for that. I don't know why more people don't do it. Is what I'm saying.
What do you mean? Have an alternate story, and then you go back and do the actual thing?
If you are gonna have an alternative story, I will. Yeah, why not? Because I always think even when people change shit from the books, there are a group of people that think that that's good. I read the book. I don't want to see it. But then there's another group of people that's nah. I wanted to see what was in the book.
Yeah, I want to see what's in the book.
Did you see Lovecraft Country?
Huh?
Lovecraft Country is on HBO Max.
I haven't watched that. No.
I read the book.
Oh, that was a book? Of course.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. The show is fantastic. Production value, whatever. Dog, I was so fucking pissed.
Because it was different?
Yes. They even took out, there was a key plot member that they killed, in episode 2. And I'm like, well, how the fuck is this going to work now?
Well, there you go. Stay true to it.
Are
you excited about the Mortal Kombat thing?
Book. I was till I watched it.
Have you watched the Mortal Kombat?
Mm-hmm.
Or I haven't seen it yet.
All right.
Or you?
We'll just wait till you see it. And
I don't care. I'll watch it anyway. I'll take it for what
I don't regret watching it. But at the same time,
there's one thing that I saw in the trailer, in the review that I'm like, why? It's they introduced a character that has nothing to do with, that was not even a Mortal Kombat character.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And then
but I understand that, because now you can use him in video games and that.
He's not in a video game.
Not yet.
They're not gonna throw him.
They got 2 more
movies.
They got a 3-movie deal. So
they did?
Yeah. So his ass better be in something.
Look, I'm skeptical. Anytime there's a video game to live action adaptation, I was like, not, because none of them are good. The first Mortal Kombat was entertaining at best, but it's corny. But it was the 90s. I get it, but don't.
They should just do that shit like John Wick.
I want original shit.
You ever watch John Wick?
I tried the first one.
Yeah, like
I kept falling asleep. I'll fall asleep, wake up. This motherfucker's still fighting, killing people. Fall asleep, wake up. Damn, that dog must have been really important to his life. Fall asleep. Now he's still shooting people. God damn. That was it. I kept falling asleep.
Oh, well.
That was the first one. I didn't even try the other two.
I think they should make him like John Wick. If it's a fighting game, I don't want to hear you talking. I mean, not a lot, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Because I think sometimes these movie creators forget what people played the game for in the first place. It wasn't the fucking engaging dialogue, you know, the incredibly deep and intricate plot lines. It's the fucking fatalities. It's the fatalities and people getting the shit beat out of them.
Do you remember one of the movies that I saw? Have you seen Crank?
Yeah.
To me, that's like it's basic,
a fantastic movie.
As basic as it gets. This dude got to live, or his heart gotta stop. It's gonna stop, or he dies, and you just got to keep his heart going the whole time.
You build a plot around it.
And I don't care that the dialogue is like, okay, how does he do it?
But I still think Crank was way better than like any of the other movies that we brought up so far.
Yeah, but like they still make Fast and Furious because you want to see cars do crazy shit.
Dog. Crazy shit you didn't even think about that you would want to see a car do.
The cars in space. I think the new one, they go into space.
What the fuck are you doing with a space car? They jump from
building to building. They've done tanks. They've done submarines.
They've done it all.
And ice. They've everything. Like, hey, let's throw them in space.
Here's one thing they ain't going to be able to do. Bring Corona beer back.
Why? Because it tanked because
of Corona. I don't know. I'm just talking shit.
All right. Do you know what your dope shit is now?
Nope. Dope shit. Something I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. All you've experienced, and you think people. Is there a book? You want to plug your therapist?
I actually do, but HIPAA laws will prevent me from doing that. I mean, I guess I will say therapy. Is there
a website or YouTube channel maybe that you do your homework on that helps? Or an audio book?
I got a huge database. All right, let me think of something else.
Come on and give me data. This has been a great conversation so far, and now you fucking up.
Yeah, I can't think of nothing, man.
Don't blame your autism on this one. We've been talking for a minute. I know you're crazy, but come on, man.
Okay, I did see something super dope yesterday.
Okay,
or the other day, not yesterday. It was this chessboard set. It was like a $300, $400 chessboard set. The thing about it was, though, that there was magnets underneath the board. So, like, you would move, and then the pieces would move by themselves. And I'm like, it's pretty cool.
Wait, hold on. It's a chess board, and you can play by yourself.
Yeah, but the other side will move by itself. And, like, it'll reset by itself, too, at the end
Wait,
of the
so
game.
the pieces, you pick them up, or you use a controller?
You picking your pieces up, and then, like, actually, I can probably pull it up on YouTube.
We'll find the link and throw it up. But, wait, that sounds dope. I don't even like chess, but just the idea that you can play by yourself, and you can be like, okay, if I move my bishop over here, then the other side moves by itself. Can you play with someone else? And
I'm sure you can play with someone else. Like, you can play online with like chess.com. You know that app, the only chess app that people really play on. You can somehow connect it to chess.com, so you'll be making moves and you'll be playing against someone who's making moves on their phone.
But the thing is the physical chessboard.
Yeah, it's a physical chessboard.
But you're playing with someone who's on their phone and you're playing them.
Or you can play against the AI in the chessboard.
Holy fuck.
I'll let you know if I get it. I've been contemplating.
You a chess player?
I mean, I play, but like
you're autistic, yeah.
But you know how that shit goes. Like, yeah, I play chess. Oh my god, you got, bro. I said I play. I didn't say I play competitively. I just know what the fuck I'm doing.
Well, you're a competitive guy, like you said earlier.
But I don't play chess competitively.
Yeah, but if you dive into it, maybe you'll find a new thing.
I don't have the patience to be good at chess.
You
like, I know how to play. I don't have the patience to be good. Like, to wait.
You don't know some Queen's Gambit type shit?
Fuck no.
Did you watch that?
Yeah, I did. It was really good.
Yeah. I don't know.
You didn't like it?
No, I didn't like it.
Okay, I have not seen the ending. I'm one episode away from the end, so I don't know how it ends.
No, I mean, what do you think?
I mean, I think it's cool. Like, it's
no. What do you think happens? I'm not gonna say yes or no.
I think that she's gonna play that dude that embarrassed her or that beat her, and I think she's gonna beat him. Like, that's the only dude she's lost to. That's the only person she's lost to so far, besides the janitor.
It's such a simple. Like, oh yeah, I mean, I'm all for empower women and like, go do your thing and show them in the man's world like what it's like and I'm all for that. But I was looking for something deeper in a sense that, yeah, she had these moments in the show where, you know, that one bitch I used to bully her. It's cool. Like she turned out to have a kid, and they meet at the. But she's like, yeah, I'm a chess player. This is what I do. This is what I am. To go back to the box thing, right? This is what I am. I'm nothing else. I'm not. I can't be a wife. I can't be a mother. I can't be a contributing member to society. Like this is all I'm about. And I'm like, this is so linear and so one dimensional that it gets boring after a while. The concept is great. And it's
a lot of people live their lives like that, though. I would argue like the average person's living that way.
I don't want to. You're boring to me.
Yeah. No,
like if I met that girl in real life, I'd be like, sorry, you're boring to me. As passionate as you are about this one thing, and I can appreciate that, and all power to you, I need something else.
No, that's real. I mean, the reality is, though, you never meet that girl in real life because she'd be somewhere playing chess.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't want no chess playing girlfriend.
Well, that's good. You'll never got to worry about it.
What is she hot? What is she hot as fuck?
Then she'll be a hot-ass chess player.
Yeah, but by your standards,
then maybe you would have a conversation with her. But just because she hot don't mean she relationship material. That just means she hot. You know what I'm saying? Like just
you contradict yourself based on what you said.
How did I contradict myself?
You said that
I said that people's physical appearance is the doorway. And if the door doesn't look good enough, I'm not even opening it to figure out who you are. That's what I said.
Right, but I asked you if once you open the door, something else happened. You're like, no.
You didn't say nothing about opening the door. You said
no. I said once you get past that.
Let's play it back.
Okay, just rewind it, and you be the judge. Send us a comment, whatever. But I'm saying, yeah, she got to be hot first. I get that.
Yeah, she got to be hot.
But I'm
first.
saying,
I'm saying like I ain't gonna see no hot ass chess chick and just immediately like, oh, we need to be together. No. It's just like it would legitimately. I would say looking at a hot chick would be like looking at a hot chess chick as I walked by would be like looking at a Lamborghini. Nice car.
Yeah, go about my way.
Yeah, like let me keep it moving.
And if you're ugly and you play chess,
there's one nice car over there.
I can't even go look.
Did y'all see that Lamborghini? No, I was too busy looking at the Pinto. Boy, what the fuck? Like the Pinto. Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, so go ahead and plug away now. Plug away your album, your whatever you're working on.
You just go to joebarksdale.com or follow me on social media. I like to think I'm a cool dude. Don't be a dick, and I won't be a dick.
That is the purpose of life. Don't be a dick. Not be nice. Not treat people like you want to be. Just don't be a dick.
Yeah, and someone's always going through something. Shut the fuck up, all right? I hate people like that.
I hope y'all listened to this and took notes because we talked about so much.
We did.
No, we're going to do it again. I swear to God. And if you're okay with it, I would love to.
I am okay with it.
We should record all of our conversation at open mics. No, I'm playing. I got.
I was about to say I'd be cool to do that.
I ain't got no time, but I appreciate you for coming, and I
appreciate you for having me, man.
I don't know.
I hope you have something worth using because I don't need people to watch it. Who the fuck is this guy? Jesus Christ!
You wanted a few that has a blue check mark next to their name.
But what does that mean? There's people with blue check marks next to their name right now that are dead. Like that blue check mark ain't bringing them back.
Yeah, but they ain't got no problems. They're gone.
It's people with blue check marks that are still working at Target. Them check marks ain't bringing in them checks.
I'm kidding. I'm just.
Because people say that, like, oh, you got a blue check mark.
Look, man.
You think I wake up to angels sucking my dick every morning or something? Like, oh, the blue check mark.
Okay, blue check mark angels. This way, you're gonna get blown for eternity. If you ain't got no check mark, sorry, you get to go to
all I'm saying
waiting
is
room. No, but
ain't no check marks in the afterlife.
I'm saying, you're a crazy motherfucker. I appreciate you.
I'm saying, listen, you're fucking nuts, but I love you. Like,
and I appreciate you for that. I really do, because like I said, we need a little bit of everybody to make up a world, and you exist, and you're here for a reason. And, I appreciate you for coming on and opening up and talking and shooting the shit and all that.
That's
and we'll do it again.
Now I get to hear these bits. So I was at the... No, I'm just playing.
Knock. And we ain't doing that. Anyway, make sure you follow Joe Barksdale. Go to joebarksdale.com. Check out what he's doing, what he's up to. Go to open mics in Austin. Catch him on stage. You're hosting a lot these days, which is dope.
Yeah, I host the City Limits mic, which we're talking about moving that to Tuesdays from 9 to midnight, and then I host the Romo Room mic. I actually got offered to do a show there this coming Saturday at 7.
Me too.
Nice.
At Momo?
Yeah.
I was asked today too.
Hell yeah. God. So we're going to be on the show together.
Yes. Now I'm nervous. I'll be going before or after this crazy motherfucker.
Why is he nervous? You just gotta be yourself. We talked about this.
Yeah, I know, but
You just gotta get out there like your friend, like you're talking to your friends. Like,
oh yeah, I'm gonna look at you the whole time. You better be in the audience.
this is uncomfortable.
Like Joe, before every joke I'll say Joe. And I just look at you dead ass in the eye. Like,
Please don't do that. That'll turn out to be your fucking catchphrase. Joe, are you listening? I don't know who Joe was. That motherfucker back was hilarious.
and then you come on stage, Joe. I don't know who goes first. We'll figure out about it. By the time this comes out, we've already done it. Hopefully there'll be more.
I'm going first. I'm going like first up. I'm going before people even get there.
You gonna play for the staff? You gonna play for
Yup.
the staff?
You gotta get the energy up in the room and the
yeah,
ghosts that
that'll
are
work.
haunting the.
All right, y'all. Make sure you follow the FeedBak on social media. Share this shit. Go to the archive. I talked to a lot of people over the years. A lot of comics lately. A lot of funny people. Share it. Subscribe. Listen to it. All that good stuff. And the list is long. There's a lot of people I still want to get on. Hopefully, it's as crazy as he is.
Probably not.
Nah, but worth a conversation. Put it that way.
Probably. They probably are.
Yeah, worth a conversation because some of them are not. But we'll leave it at that. Joe, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for
Talk to you
having
next
me.
time. Ciao, ciao.
And if you're thinking about saying something stupid, just fucking don't. Just shut the fuck up, all right? You know what I'm talking about. If you think about saying something stupid, just don't say it. It's okay. You don't need to always talk.
No, be you. Be true to yourself. Just say it and see what happens.
Wow.
It's even more fun.
I'm going to kick you in the dick.
Go ahead on that. Well, don't say it to him. But, just say it. See what happens. You never know.
Yeah, run up on back and say some stupid shit and see
You
what
have
happens.
to fuck up my name on the last second. God damn it.
I'm really bad with names.
Nah, it's 3 letters. It's not that hard. Shit.
It's not that hard
All right,
to
can I hit stop now?
I don't know. I mean, am I wrong for pronouncing the name the wrong way, y'all?
Yes, you are.
I
I'm telling you
apologize.
right
People mess up. See, this is the stuff I'm talking.
No, you can't.
Short-term memory.
You got 6 months. I'll tell you right. You got 6 months. After 6 months, you're not allowed to pronounce it wrong. That is my rule.
Here we go
Call me
again. The
crazy.
French trying to tell people how to live, but don't want to help out when it's time for a war.
I mean, there's no escaping that. What the fuck you want me to do?
I'm just saying, man.
Do you have a time machine?
The French is
Do you
like
have a
that
time
dude in the
machine?
back of a dice
Joe,
game.
do you have a time machine?
That's talking all the shit about
now you're
people
gonna put
rolling.
You're going to put me in the French box now, nothing else.
You in
God
that box,
damn it.
buddy.
You haven't learned nothing from this conversation.
But I said the French. I didn't say back and the French. I just said the French.
Yeah, okay. But I just told you, and you said, yeah, it's the French. That's where that came from because I just said
I don't
that.
recollect what's going on. I'm gonna just use the
Fucking
Me Too.
autism. Yeah, he's
the
crazy.
Me Too
All right, we'll
movement
stop this.
apology.
We'll talk
I
to
don't
you next
recollect the recollection.
All right, see y'all next time, y'all. Ciao.